Hey crypto kids, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I have a DIY backlight, but looking at Bitcoin, things do not look too great, and I'll get into all of the details in just a second. On top of Bitcoin, we're going to be looking at the value of the dollar, the S&P 500, the funding rates, and of course the economic data that is coming up very soon, which you need to keep an eye on. So ladies and gents, make sure to watch until the end of this video. It's super important. And guys, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss these uploads. They're usually time sensitive, so it's best to watch them as soon as I post it. That's why I recommend turning on the bell. But there's a few things that are different, the setting and what I'm wearing. So let me quickly explain that before I jump into the charts. So basically, I just started a new internship, if you want to call it, just to learn, gain some experience and meet new people. You know, you should never be afraid to start from zero ever in your life, because the value that you get from doing different things, venturing into different stuff is amazing. So I started to charter and buy and brokerage yachts and jets. So it's super exciting. That's why I have office number 2, which is looking at the Burj Khalifa and downtown, which looks absolutely amazing at night. So super blessed and super grateful. But that explains why I'm dressed like this, because of course school has started, summer break is over, and back to work. So let's jump into the Bitcoin charts without waffling any longer. But guys, if you want to be trading crypto and Bitcoin, then you can head over to the description below, where I have 2 of my personally preferred exchanges, Bitflex and Bybit. If you use the Bitflex link, you'll be able to get a nice, well, actually, you'll be able to participate in future giveaways by just signing up using that link. And of course, the Bybit link will give you a nice deposit bonus when you create an account for the first time. Now, looking at Bitcoin, why do things look bad? Now, I've been talking about this particular thing for a long time now, and I want to get my brush out so I can highlight exactly what I'm talking about. This would mean that I take this towards the right and it's going to mess it up. But anyways, so we're seeing a bearish crossover happen between the 7-period moving average and the 30-period moving average. Why is this important? Well, I've been talking about this on my previous videos, and it's pretty important. Why? Because this system is called consensio, right? This three moving averages, right? The 7, the 3, and the 30. They're pretty important when you apply them to the weekly time frame. And this system, right, according to the system, the last time we saw a bearish crossover between these 2 moving averages was back in January of 2022. And after we saw this bearish crossover, right, up to the point where we saw the next bullish crossover, Bitcoin dipped around 56% just from this bearish crossover that we had between the 7 and the 30-period moving averages. Now, the same exact thing just happened right now. In the previous videos, I was saying that if Bitcoin continued to trade at these levels, this bearish crossover was going to be inevitable, and that is exactly what is happening. So things do not look too good. We're at very critical support. We are still trading on it, which means that the support is now started to get weaker. And of course, weak support is never good because it's always prone to breaking, right? Think of it as 2 crackers, right? You have the bottom cracker here and the top cracker at the top, of course, right? So let me get my DIY spotlight over there. Okay, so basically, think of price as a ball. Whenever the ball bounces on either the bottom or the top cracker, every time it bounces, the crackers get weaker. So that's basically what's happening. The support line is starting to get weaker, and yeah, the spot, there we go. It's starting to get weaker, and if we break below it, it's not going to be good whatsoever. Let's take out the volume profile. Now, this is not good because price can also fall if there is a lack of buyers, right? There's 2 variables to price dropping. 1, people selling. Number 2, not enough people buying. So when demand drops, price also drops towards the downside. So that's why, again, the level that we're at right now, the $25,200 to the I'd say $26,000 range is very important. You can say 25,800. It's very, very important that we stay above here and see a bounce. If we do not, then it's going to get pretty messy here, and I believe 24,600, 24,800 in the very short term is definitely possible. And then 20, we could even come down to $24,100, $24,200. That's also a possibility. So in today's video, I'm not going to be opening a short position, but I'm looking to enter into one very soon, perhaps in the next video. So make sure to turn on the notification bell so you do not miss that. Now, looking at the DXY, the value of the dollar, it has been shooting up. So for the previous 8 weeks, we've been seeing consistent consistent value gain on the dollar, and we've not seen a reversal yet, which is pretty crazy. However, I don't think this is going to last very much longer, and the reason for this is because of BRICS, right? I've been talking about this in more detail in my previous videos, but if this petrol trade breaks off from the dollar, then things are going to get pretty nasty for the dollar, in my opinion, alongside a lot of other trade, which if it breaks off with the US, again, that's probably going to weaken the dollar by a significant amount. If there is weak dollar, then most likely the US economy will also weaken along with it. So a lot of interesting stuff will happen in the next months for the US economy and the global economy overall. So keep an eye out on BRICS, keep an eye out on the dollar, and let's see if there will be a new currency, a new medium of exchange that is created by the BRICS countries. So that is the DXY for you. Jumping back on to the charts. Now looking at the S&P 500, we've been pumping. We saw this retracement towards the downside, but we made it back up. A possible bull flag is forming, which could take us even further on the S&P 500 markets. Looking at the funding rates, ladies and gents, they are in the negative right now. That means short positions are paying the long positions. Does this mean anything right now? In the short term, we could see a small move towards the upside, but in the long term, again, we are a little bit bearish. There is a possibility that we come back up to the moving averages, because usually whenever moving averages cross, it draws price to them. So 27.4K could be another possibility, but again, in the macro, a move towards the downside looks inevitable, and we will discuss potential trades again in the upcoming videos. Now, one of the last things I want to talk about next week, I believe this is next week. So yes, so Wednesday, or in 2 weeks actually, Wednesday, 13th of September, the core CPI, the CPI month to month, month on month, and the CPI year on year is going to be released as data. And this is known to create a lot of volatility in the markets, especially the core CPI, which impacts the Fed interest rate decisions. So that's very important. I'll talk about that in more detail in the upcoming video. So again, stay tuned. So to end the video off, I will be speaking at the Blockchain Life 2023 forum. I spoke there last year. It was very cool. And if you guys like to come down, meet a lot of cool people in crypto, and of course, I'd love to meet you guys as my viewers. It would be an absolute pleasure. So if you are in Dubai between the 24th and 25th of October, check out my Twitter at CryptoKidCom, and there is a link here to participate. I did retweet it. So yeah, check it out. I will be speaking there October 24th to 25th. And next week, ladies and gents, I will be going to Token 2049. And this is going to be crazy in Singapore. So if you are in Singapore again, come check this out. There's going to be a lot of cool people all across the crypto industry, a lot of cool influencers too, including myself, will be taking part in this conference. And F1 too. Wait, hold on. So I guess this will be next week, not the week after, September 13th. Yeah, time is flying, and this will be next week. So stay tuned for the CPI coming around next week. But ladies and gents, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Ladies and gents, I will see you all very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.